Yo, how's it going, guys? My name is Top Secret R35 and welcome back to another episode of Forza Horizon 5. So you guys know I'm adequate at drift tunes, I'm reasonable at drag tunes, but what I'm not that great at is grip tunes. I typically just, change some values and see what happens, but that's all going to change starting with this video right here. So firstly, a huge shout out to Reddit user 03void. He created a subreddit called Forza Open Tunes. I suggest you guys go check it out. I recently just made my first ever post over there for the 1993 Renault Clio Williams that you see over here. So before we get into all of this, because this is a very large topic, in real life and in this game, this is what I want you guys to do first. To illustrate my first and most important point probably in this video, take a look at this time over here. I'm 275th in the world. I got a 1 minute 19.563. So this here is the time that I got with my tune that I was planning to post as being the best. But first I wanted to prove it to myself that this is so much better than a car without the tune. So I took my car with my upgrades and I did this lap. So let me reiterate that there is no tune on the car right now. I've only applied the upgrades and now I'm currently driving to prove to myself that I cannot get the 119.563 because my tune is so superior. But surprise, surprise, can you believe it? After 10 laps, I actually managed to beat my own time. Now, is this such a bad thing? No, it's not. The car still feels fine. I do feel that my tune was better. But you see, if you drive nicely, you can do certain things without having a tune. And to illustrate this even further, there's actually a viral video going around right now of the Corvette C8 tune. Somebody made this tune, I think it's got like 50,000 downloads, but some dude did 30 laps with the tune and he did 30 laps without the tune, and he was actually able to go faster without the tune. So when you're tuning, you have to really understand what you're doing, and even if it's a placebo effect, the tune will help in that case then, because at least it allows you to be more confident to drive faster. So yeah, I just finished the lap 119.530. So it's not a huge difference, right? But clearly the tune did not help if it only got me, the same time pretty much. So after I've just taken you on that roller coaster ride, don't lose complete faith in me. After I applied my tune again and I did about only 6 laps, I was actually able to get a 119.496. So that again is not hugely different than not having a tune. But it only took me 7 laps and I felt more comfortable with the car, so I was able to drive a bit more confidently, and guess what happens when you drive confidently and smoothly? You end up getting better times. So now that you guys know that tuning in this game is a little bit of witchcraft and that this video cannot be fully trusted, let's take a look at how I got to this point. Firstly, I got all this information from 03void's post, so definitely I'll link that below. Go check it out, go read up on it, but let's see what he did and then what I did. So number one is I looked at the suspension travel, and you want to be between 20 to 80%. So you don't want to bottom out, you don't want the wheel to go through the car either. Drive in a straight line, and then if you do see it getting towards those levels, increase your spring rates and damping settings while you're driving in a straight line and pretty much accelerating and putting the brakes on the whole time. And then in a corner, if it gets to those levels, increase your anti-roll bars, because the anti-roll bars, well, exactly as they say, they stop the car from rolling. So when you're making these adjustments, just make sure that you're making them very incrementally, so not too much at a time. Obviously, if you do get mad, like I do sometimes, you can just crank it all the way and see how that affects the car itself. So now we're looking at camber. So what you want to do is you want to stay in negative camber. It's a pretty well-known fact that in racing cars you need negative camber. So the reason for this is that when you take in a corner, the tire with the load, it's going to deform and it's going to maximize your contact patch with that negative camber. If you're going into positive camber, that means that there's almost no contact patch on that ground, and the other 3 tires is what's, well, essentially trying to keep that car in the flippin' track without it like going off. Now again, incrementally on the camber, what I would typically do is I'll start with, especially on a front wheel drive car, I'll start with the front being at about 1.5 and the rears being at about 1, negative, both of them by the way. Under extreme situations, you will see that you maybe will veer towards being positive. You don't have to then go back and make it even more negative, in my opinion, as long as your tire temperature is going to be good, and that's what we'll look at next. So the final thing you then want to look at in terms of getting your suspension geometry checked out is what are your tire temperatures reading, especially the fronts from the inside to the outside. Now, according to 03 Void here, he's looking at having no more than a 30 Fahrenheit between the outside and the inside. What I actually did first, right, is I just drove on the highway flat out and made sure that the tire does not do anything funny and that the camber is not too extreme. Then only did I come back and check it on the track and then make sure that the difference between the outside and the inside while taking corners is no more than 30 Fahrenheit. So you can see here in this video, I think the max that it gets, obviously this happens all very quickly, is about 20 degrees Fahrenheit difference between the inside and the outside. And if you feel happy about, like, you know, the understeer, the oversteer, so on and so forth, you can then start adjusting the tire pressures ever so slightly, incrementally, until you don't see that huge difference and the car handles well. So that right there pretty much wraps up your base tune. Now, there is another thing you need to do, obviously, when you're tuning a car, is that to tune out any issues that the car has in terms of excessive understeer or excessive oversteer, or if the car is not going as fast as you want in a straight line, or if it's not accelerating as fast as you want, so on and so forth. You get my point. Now, this car in C-Class, I'm starting to realize that the lower the class is, potentially the less tuning you need. Now, again, I did have another Reddit user comment on my setup and give me a pointer towards the final gear ratio. So I did that and I shaved off another 0.2 of my time. So that's got nothing to do with the setup of the car, I'd say, but more towards, you know, optimizing for the track. So don't forget about that, you know, a tune could only work for a certain track, but then not be as good in another one. Now, there is two charts that 03 Void has linked on his tuning guide Reddit post. I'll just show you a picture of them over here, but you know, you can go to his post, give it an upvote and download them over there, and those pretty much help you when you have a problem. If the car is oversteering, understeering at certain points in the corner, will tell you what to do. Now, I wish I had some more issues with this car so I could then do those things and see how it affects the car, but I think the next video that I make, I'll go towards, you know, A class, maybe not S1 yet, and then we'll definitely should have, you know, oversteer or understeer at that point, and then we can actually mess around with that. And obviously I won't go through all these settings again because, you know, you guys are going to get a bit tired of all of that. Well, guys, that pretty much concludes this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it maybe opened your eyes just a little bit. It definitely has opened mine in the last, you know, week and a half, 2 weeks here, that I've actually been focusing on tuning for grip and not just, you know, hoping for the best or downloading a tune. Goodness, I don't think I'll ever download a tune again after what I figured out over here. And honestly, you know, I know it takes time and it's a bit of extra effort, but I feel that you guys should do that too. That's the point of playing this game, is to learn about cars, right? Well, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.